Metal Jesus here, and today I'm super excited to talk to you about a hilarious game that is called Freddy Pharkas. Now, a lot of people consider this to be the blazing saddles of adventure games. Let's take a look.
Freddy Pharkas? You was asking about Freddy Pharkas? The man what saved Coarsegold, only nobody knowed it was him? Why, just hop up here on old Whitland Willie's lap and I'll tell you all about it. Ow, consarn it, a bit more to the right. That's got it. Sit right there. Oh no, thank you.
Freddy Pharkas, the Frontier Pharmacist, was released by Sierra Online in 1993. This is way back in the PC and Windows 3.1 days. And this game only supports 256 colors, so yes, it's supposed to look like that. The game was created and written by one of the funniest game developers, frankly, of all time. His name is Al Lowe, and he created some classics like the Leisure Suit Larry games. But Freddy Pharkas actually was designed to be a little bit tougher than Leisure Suit Larry. And dare I say, actually a little bit more mature. Now, it still has all the fart jokes and stuff like that, but it's not just about boobs, for what it's worth.
Score! You unlock the door. Ta-da! 500 points. You're halfway through the game.
The game takes place in Coarsegold, California, which is about 10 miles from where Sierra's corporate headquarters used to be in Oakhurst, California.
It's Barbara Mandrill and the Bobettes, stars of stage, screen, and barnyard.
This is an old-school adventure game, and you play the game as Freddy Pharkas, who was a gunslinging prodigy back in the late 1880s. And he was the fastest gun in the land until one day he met his equal and got his ear blown off. So he decides to give up that life and fall back on his second favorite love, and that is pharmaceuticals.
On the upper shelf of the left-hand cabinet you find Pearls of Pauline Anti-Prune Finger Bathing Gel, My Little Cleft Palate Mouth Repair Putty, Dr. Limbaugh's Chuckle-A-Day Cannabis Extract, Cremation Non-Dairy Coffee Ash, Peaches and Cream brand Cream Peaches, and Chinaman's...
Okay, seriously, did I actually say that this game is maybe more mature than Leisure Suit Larry? That might have been stretching it just a tad. Now, in the beginning of this game, you spend a lot of time as Freddy Pharkas, basically just mixing up a bunch of medicine for the local townsfolk. But as the acts progress, you soon discover that there is an overarching evil thing going on in town that threatens to destroy everything. And so, over time, you have to start coming out of your shell and become the man you were supposed to be.
Frederick.
Why, Miss Prim, you sure are looking purty today.
Now, Frederick, you may call me Penelope if you please. After all, I think we're to that point in our relationship.
She must be talking about the hayride you both went on last month, or the square dance you both went to last week, or the cow tipping expedition you both went on last night.
Now, if you can't tell by now, one of the things that just makes Freddy Pharkas such a classic all of these years later is two things, and it's the writing and it's the Hollywood-style voice acting on this. I mean, it's just so funny. A great example of this is in the second act, where there's an epidemic of horse flatulence that is threatening to drive out everyone in town, and it's Freddy's job to try to cure it.
Somebody's poor horse seems to be dispelling huge quantities of a noxious methane compound.
Nice horsey. I'd better be nice to this horsey. It has the power to cloud men's minds.
You hold the brown paper sack up to the horse's anal sphincter and wait. With a reverberating The horse responds, inflating your bag with a foul sample of gas. You quickly twist the bag shut to lock in freshness.
And with the bagged flatulence, you go into your workspace and try to whip up a cure. Now, part of the fun of this game is that it comes with a manual with all of these different ingredients that you would mix together to create this stuff. And actually, it's pretty unique and it's a lot of fun.
You carefully label the jar aminophilic citrate. Congratulations, you've just created your first batch of Pharkas's deflatulizer.
Score!
You carefully pour the deflatulizer into the horse's water trough. The horses greedily lap up the delish and nutrish medicated trough water.
Seeing as how his home-brewed patootie sealant done the trick on these horses, Freddy ran round and dumped the stuff into all the horse troughs in town. It weren't long before the folks of Coarsegold was all breathing a sigh of relief.
So now the game's pretty funny, and it's obviously a classic, but it's not perfect. For instance, there are some timed elements in this game. Actually, there's quite a few. And, they just don't really belong in an adventure game where you have to sort of puzzle your way through something. Also, there's a couple arcade sequences where you're learning to become a gunslinger again and try to improve your aim and get your skills back. But if you can get past those things, man, this is a great game.
But his peaceful new survival soon was shot to hell upon arrival of Coarsegold schoolmarm, the sweet Penelope. She has captured Fred's affection, but he's scared he'll get a huge rejection. Can't bear to tell her just what he used to be. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, frontier pharmacist, bourgeoisie, Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas.
All right, that's my review of Freddy Pharkas. Now, I mentioned Al Lowe. He has a fantastic website at allowe.com. And what's great about that is that he gives insight into all his games and all the things he's been doing lately. But my favorite part is a section in there where you can check out the original Sierra game design documents in there. And in that, he talks about how he came up with the puzzles and the plot, and just it's a really interesting sort of view into the mind of a game developer. And also I want to mention too is that if you are a Leisure Suit Larry fan, check out one of the side guys in this game because he's a long lost relative of the famous Leisure Suit Larry. All right, I want to thank you for watching my channel. Thanks for subscribing. Take care.